Hello there and welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka on Christmas Eve, and we are counting down on the top 10 funniest advertisements of the year. Talking about advertisements, guys, Sri Lanka and its creative advertisement industry, what do you think?
Well, I watch, I hardly watch TV except for MTV Sports, of course, but the creative industry when it comes to radio ads have been improving, and I must say there are quite a number of ads on radio that are really, really funny.
Yeah, and talking about creative advertising, we had the FE Awards also a month back, I think, and when Sri Lanka managed to win a golden FE for the first time.
Wow.
That was I think a CSR project of one of the companies. But the concepts that they presented was I think very interesting. There were a lot of catchy concepts that were going around.
I think one of those concepts was the concept of nationalism, and some very interesting advertisements coming up. I think the one that won the golden award was a very touching advertisement. The gentleman standing up even though he was disabled for the national anthem, which gave a lot of feeling as well.
I think it's something that they all used to tweak it a bit, use nationalism.
I think for one, being an advertising industry in Sri Lanka might be a little hard because there are three major languages, like the Tamil, Sinhalese, and English, and three different ways of looking at things. So you have to find a common ground, or else your budget will be blown out because the need of three different commercials. So I think it's harder for advertisers here.
One of the funny ones that always caught my eye is that story about Swarne and Jayanti and the cement company ad. Where he's tapping that wall for 50 years trying to get through to his love. That's a brilliant one, and one of those famous ones.
Yes, but going through with that, let's take now. We took a look at number 8 earlier on. Let's take a look at number 7 of the most funniest ads that's been coming out recently. Number 7, here we go.
Trust us. It's fast. The Veloster Turbo.
Sorry, that was just really, really funny.
It's a Christmas Eve and we're all in a very happy mood.
I mean, seriously, if you were, that was a leopard, right?
Yeah.
Why,
Cheetah.
Why race after the car and get tired when lunch is just there?
Why not?
And let's face it, a man cannot outrun a cheetah.
Cheetah is still the fastest mammal on Earth, right?
Yes,
Usain Bolt might have.
Usain Bolt is nowhere close.
Was Usain Bolt getting himself into cricket?
I don't know. Yes, yes, of course. There
he
was a
wanted
video
because he's crazy about cricket. There was an offer from the Australian team or something to actually take part in some of their games.
In one of the 2020 Big Bash series, and also he has this very confident approach to sports in general, and he says that he can play soccer as well. And he was trying out for Man U, but he was requesting specifically that he wants his T-shirt saying Bolt and with the timing 9.5
as his number. That's
one thing I can think of Bolt is he would be a good water boy because he'd be really fast onto the field and he'd take the water back.
Come on, there was an interesting video of him bowling out Chris Gale. Okay, so I guess that the guy can bowl as well and play some cricket. Let's see how that works out.
So good luck, and we might just see him with a different sport. And speaking of a different sport, this was a movie that's a little different from what he normally does, and he's the big guy in the team here. Here is a look at a movie that you might want to check out over the holiday season. This is Elf.
Christmas.
Boy, can't wait to see my dad. We're going to go ice skating and eat sugar plums. Sorry!
Now,
I think someone sent you a Christmas gram.
Dad!
We should call security.
Good idea.
I like to whisper too.
Buddy's experiencing a world he never knew existed.
Buddy's your son.
What am I going to do? He's certifiably insane.
Discovering what it takes to fit in. And going where no elf has gone before.
What he needs is to be nurtured. Bring him home. Introduce him to Emily and Michael.
How long do you think you'll be with us?
I was thinking like forever.
He cannot stay here.
Just throw him out in the snow.
He loves the snow. He's told me 15 times.
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
We can take him. Where did you say you were from?
This holiday season,
I think you're beautiful, and my tongue swells up when I am around you.
get ready
I plan out our whole day. Maybe we can make gingerbread houses, and maybe even hold hands.
for a tall tale
How are we going to
Now
get
we
the
have it,
star?
a tall tale of elfish proportions.
Yes,
Exactly.
Will Ferrell, of course, as funny as ever.
And in good shape, fitting into those tights.
I know, and bravely in tights for practically the whole movie.
Yeah, I know, but the only thing about Will Ferrell is like since of late, I think his character is good. Is very similar. He's playing very
Oh,
similar.
his
characters.
last movie, The Campaign, where he played, of course, a
Yes.
presidential candidate. I think the humor is a little bit older. There are some vocabularies there that you won't want your kids to hear, but still funny.
But then, you know, even a lot of actors tend to, although they're brilliant actors, they tend to get used to and be comfortable with a certain type of character.
That's
My
right. Yeah.
favorite actor, of course, Johnny Depp. Now he started off with doing like a load of different characters, but now he's got stuck in this, you know, place where he plays the character of a psychotic someone.
Eccentric character.
But it's interesting for the Lone Ranger. He plays Tonto,
Yeah,
totally
exactly.
unrecognizable. The Indian sidekick of Lone Ranger. That will be a very interesting thing to look forward to in 2013.
Yeah, and then you know, how did just a question: who is your favorite actor?
I'd have to say it would be Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks undoubtedly, but I think one of his bad movies was where he something was some Larry something. I don't even remember the name because it's such a bad movie. But Tom Hanks definitely. Forrest Gump.
And yes,
And Catch Me If
definitely.
You Can.
Oh, that's true. But when we're talking about like getting typecasted, I think who suffered from that before was Jim Carrey. He was
Yes,
always the
yeah.
obnoxious.
But guess what?
Yeah.
He came out of it totally.
Yeah, when he did the
Majestic,
the Truman Show, and then the Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind.
I know.
And people hated that movie because it wasn't character. But if you were not a Jim Carrey fan, you'd like it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit about the movies, but let's keep our countdown going. Number 6 on the funniest advertisements. Here we go.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright.
Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
There we go.
I have to. That is my favorite commercial
All
for
right.
this year. Seriously,
That should probably be up in the rankings.
that
It's number 6.
It's only number 6. That M&M, that red M&M, is always a treat. I swear. There's a yellow M&M, the other guy,
yeah.
but the red one is a treat.
And
I
of
don't
course,
know.
it incorporates the number 1 song for a really long time.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Sexy, I know it.
That was a pretty big hit before Gangnam Style came probably,
Yes,
and the
yeah.
entire dance was copied once again.
Yeah.
It's interesting, you know, the YouTube logo had actually been changed to include Psy also. And if you click on YouTube, I think you get a little miniature Psy dancing on the side of the
is that so?
YouTube logo. Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for 2013 when all of this is over.
Talking about these very creative commercials, one industry that I've seen really creative commercials is the beer industry.
That's true.
The Budweiser commercials, for example, was awesome and so much fun. I mean, but of course, a little you would say it's 18 and above, maybe, you know, not for kids to watch, but
Yeah.
great commercials.
But
Okay.
first, on a personal note, my most favorite thing last year was the little Vader
Okay.
for a car.
Uh-huh.
Dad comes with a new car and he's wearing the Vader. He never took off the mask, so you just see this
Okay.
little.
Rand, let's just take a
Yeah.
short break and we'll come back and continue our discussion about the funniest advertisements that's coming your way. And also we can actually check number 5,
Oh,
Brian,
okay.
because you know, going up the ratings, I think number 6 should be pushed down somewhere else. But number 5 on our countdown of the funniest advertisements, check it out.
I look at her and I just want to give her everything.
Yeah, you know, everything can cost upwards of...
I did not want to think about that.
Relax, relax, relax. Look at me, look at me. 3 words, Dad. E-Trade Financial Consultants.
So I can just go talk to him?
Just walk right in and talk to them. Dude, those guys are pros. They'll hook you up with a solid plan. Wait a minute. Bobby? Bobby, what are you doing, man?
I'm speed dating.
good investing advice for you.
Babies are talking this year.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. A lot of babies were talking.
Yeah, talking about those movies, Ryan, can I just ask you what your favorite Christmas movie has been?
Actually, sadly, I'm not. I'm an old timer when it comes to movies. My most favorite Christmas movie is called "It's a Wonderful Life" that starred James Stewart, released in 1947.
Really nice.
I'm a very big fan of James Stewart. Well, he plays Peter Bailey who wishes that he's not alive. You probably saw a little bit of changes of this concept. Like he wanted to, he wished that he wasn't born, and then he sees the world without him in it.
Okay.
And then he goes, "It's a Wonderful Life."
It's really interesting because the movies in the 50s and the 60s, in fact, they're really brilliant movies. What they don't have is these special effects and the crazy music, but the acting is so good.
That's true.
Really good stories as well.
Yeah, before I mention my favorite movie, I'd just like to go into the probably taking a look at the next movie. Yeah, that's coming your way. Grinch. Let's take a look at Grinch.
Santa Claus, what are you doing with our tree?
Why, my sweet dog.
I can't believe I'm actually looking at Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, that's me. I'm Santa. I'm certainly not the Grinch, if that's what you're thinking.
Jim Carrey is the Grinch.
There you go, one of Jim Carrey's lovely movies as well.
Yeah, take on the Dr. Seuss classic, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Actually, one of my favorite Christmas movies was the movie that came out a while back from the UK, Love Actually.
Oh, yes.
It's really nice.
With the entire lineup of the superstars.
It's a great ensemble, and somehow that movie makes you realize that all our stores are really woven together. Like I may not know who your families are, but somehow our paths will all connect.
It's a brilliant movie. All unrelated things come together, and the whole concept of Christmas. So, Mevan, what is your movie?
Yes, I would actually say that mine is Home Alone, because it's something that we watched as a kid, and coincidentally we are going to show Home Alone on Christmas Day on MTV Sports. So there we go. Can enjoy that one as well.
Macaulay Culkin and just the antics of protecting your home. It's just, I mean, who would have thought, like a kid like that?
Exactly. Right, let's take a short break and be back on Good Morning Sri Lanka, so don't go anywhere.